Hi there, so we're going to do a quick 30-minute version of this week's session, and where are we? It's about the 19th of something like that of September 2021. So here we go, we're going to start off with some little mini squats, but your little warm-up ones, so it's like we're going for a little dive. So it's a breath in at the top. Have a little hold of your pelvic floor. It's a hip hinge, and your arms come up at this point, and then exhale a little swoop. Breathing in here. Exhale, little swoop. So as you bend down, just check your feet are facing forward. Your knees don't hover. Don't peek over those toes. They're just hovering your ankles there. And just a nice little warm up to your session. And we're going to be doing some squats after this. So a nice little warm into it with these little twisty mini squats. Okay, come to the facing your front. Breath in here, and just check your feet are facing forwards. And we're going to do 15 squats here. So you can have a pot, or you can have your bands, or you can just go freestyle here. Breath in at the top, exhale, nice lift in the pelvic floor on the way down, and then relax as you come back up. Exhale here, breathing into lift. Just 2 more sets of 5. That's it, keep it nice and brisk. I love squats. You can check your feet positioning, you can check your knees aren't going in. That's it, just 4 more here. Last 2. And 1. Feeling nice and energized. We're going to take it into a little squat, lunge. So both feet are forward facing. Your hips have got to remain nice and level. Breathe in as we come up. And you're going to hip hinge and lean forwards there, keeping these hips nice and level, and reach forward. And it's 6 on each side. Breath in at the top, exhale. So remember, we're feeling it in this front glute, kind of the glute med here. Both ankles are on the floor in the resting position, and your back ankle comes up as we reach forwards. Exhale, your hips stay level. We're going to do 1 more here, and then swap over. Secure your core to do that little swap. Nice little stretch initially. Just keep your feet facing forwards. Check your hips are nice and level. Engage your pelvic floor. Breath in. Lift up that back heel. You can sink that back knee as we start to put the weight onto this front glute there. And then breath in, come back up. Exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Breath in here. We're nice and secure here in your core. Exhale. Breathing in. 2 more. And then we're going back into those squats for another 15. And then we'll come back to these. So your feet are just a little bit wider than your hips. Feet are forward facing. Breath in. And exhale. Hip hinge. Reach your hands to the front and reach your bum to the back. Breath in, come up. Breathing in, exhale. So remember, you can use a weight here, or we can just reach ahead. That's great. How are your knees? Are they hovering those ankles really nicely? You're certainly not overshooting those knees. 2 more sets of 5. Breathing in, 4. 3. We might be doing bands today. And then 1 more set of 5. 4. Just getting the habit of lifting that pelvic floor on the bend. Last 2 and 1. We're ready for those lunges. Everything's forward facing there, hips are level, breath in, lift up that back heel, hip hinge and reach. Breathing in. I'm going to show you from the side here. Exhale to come down whilst you lift up that pelvic floor. Breathing in for 3. I can really see this knee is right above that ankle there. Just what we want. I'm really wanting the weight here, getting into those hips and swap over. Secure your core to do that. Notice the feet are forward facing in line with the mat there. You're going to have to pin your belly button in, lift this pelvic floor to get that nice stability. Woo. Exhale, coming down. Breathing in for 5. Breath in and 4. Breathing in. Reach. How are your hips nice and level? Last 2 and 1. Breathing in. We're going to lunge straight down. We've got lovely hip mobilisation, so we'll get straight down to do that. Breathing in. Exhale, come down. Sitting on your bum. Let's have your legs nice and wide here. That's it, just trying to get an angle so we can see. So we've done this really recently. It is a hip mobilisation exercise. We're just sat right up there, crown above your coccyx, and have a gentle hold of that pelvic floor. We're going to rotate the hips medially, so it just means you're turning your bones towards your belly button there. And then on your exhale, engaging the pelvic floor, draw the legs up. Mobilise the hips away from the belly button and turn it out. Sitting nice and tall. Just a few of these in your own time. Turning the bones in towards the centre. Drawing your legs up as if you're using your pelvic floor muscles to draw them up. Twist it out and come back into extension with those legs. Breath in to prepare. That's it. Bringing those legs in. Wind them out. And 1 more here. And then we're going into just the saw while we're here. Just to stretch out those hamstrings. So we're looking for your knees to be planted down towards the floor. Try not to have any air gaps there. I mean, you will do, but that's the aim. Arms nice and lengthened out and stretch to the sides. Let's just get a little bit more room at the back there. Breath in and exhale. Remember, secure that core. Look at it, it's dark outside and it's not that late, guys. Breathing in, exhale. Breath in and exhale. We're going down into supine, just means looking up, so we'll get down from your eye position, breathing in here at the top and exhale, chin to chest, scoop that coccyx under and get your nice C curve ready to roll it down. Don't let your knees bow in, all the way down at the bottom there, ready to get the ankles right underneath those knees, ready for all the weight being held in those heels for your bridge. Okay, so here we go. Just making sure you're nice and neutral in that pelvis. We're going to imagine that lovely pool of water, nice and level, and that lovely grape just tucked underneath the gap there, underneath your back. We're going to crush that grape by pouring that water into the belly button, lifting up the pelvic floor, soft shoulders. Squeeze the glutes once you're hollow in the lower back is filled in. So you've got the whole of your lower back into the floor. And then we're ready to, without bowing those knees in, just taking each vertebrae up off the floor one at a time. And then once we're at the top, so just once your back is off the floor in line with your shoulder blades, just take your arms up and over. And then again, checking the knees don't wobble in. We're taking each vertebrae back down one at a time. And I like to just adjust the pelvis once you've got below the waist so that you can get spine imprint here. That's it. And then just roll your hips towards your toes so that you can create that little space again underneath your back there. Your little grapes inflated. And we're ready to bring the arms over. Just make sure your ribs are squeezing towards your hips. And then once your arms have left the sides of your ears, just bring your chin to chest. Don't adjust the pelvis, stay in neutral there. And then we can just take one hand to one foot and then to the other there. So let's just have a look what we've got coming up next. We've got abdominal preparation. So you can have a cushion here under the head if it helps neutralise the area in your neck, or we can just have the head on the floor. It's whatever's more comfortable. Just avoid this. You want to really have a nice straight neck there. So we're popping the hands on the ears. We can just see the elbows just a little bit at the corner of our eyes. The knees again are hip distance apart and just hovering those ankles there. And we've got real soft fairy feet on the floor there. I'm staying in neutral, so I'm just maintaining that grape under the hips. The water in that saucer remains still the whole time. And we breathe to prepare. Exhale, just draw the chin to chest. So we're keeping this level so it gives you a lovely length in the spine. Have a breath as your head goes down. Just 5 more of these. Breathing in and exhale. Breath in here. We're not pulling the head. We're literally just engaging these upper abs to get everything nice and lengthened in that spine and engaged in your upper abdominals. And then we're taking the left leg into tabletop and we're just going to pop the hands here. Option to pop the chin to chest, or you can have your head on the floor or on your cushion. We're just going to maintain neutrality in the pelvis, keeping that grape from being crushed. And we're just tapping this toe here 3 times. And then we're going to swap over to the other side. This foot's on the floor, so that's why we're still in neutral. This knee is at a right angle, always hovering that hip. 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to pop the spine into imprint. So we're going to crush that grape, pouring that water into the belly button there, because with both legs now in the air, we don't want to compromise the back. Again, your head can be on the mat, or we can have a cushion here or chin to chest. So we're doing 6 of these all together, 3 on each side. That's it. Don't lose the grip of your lower back on that mat there. That's it. Last one on each side. Keep breathing. Just checking my legs there. And then we're just going to have a little rest. Breathe in here. And we're going to do the entire thing again. So it's feet on the floor. Nice neutral pelvis. So we've maintained that little grape, juicy grape back underneath that lower mat. Saucer's nice and full. We're soft in the feet. And we maintain, this doesn't wiggle, the pelvis stays still as we bring the chin to chest. For 4, breathing in, 3, breath in here, exhale, lift, this isn't moving, what are you doing, pussycat, last 2, and 1. So again, head on a cushion or chin to chest. We're going to do 3 toe taps again, because that foot is on the floor there. We're just maintaining neutrality, 3 or 4 on one side, and then 3 or 4 on the other. Lift that pelvic floor, really helps keep that lower abdomen really still. But now, because both legs are going in the air, we're rolling that coccyx right underneath, bringing the legs into tabletop, and we're coming in one toe tap at a time. Keep breathing. That's it. Exhale whenever you like. Just a breath in and out every toe tap. Oh, there he is. He's just spotted himself. I think we know what we're doing though here. I think we'll do one more on each side, and then we're going to have a little rest. Okay, Mittens, can we just not be there please for a sec? Thank you. Thank you, darling. Okay, so we're having a little stretch. We can literally just have knees into the chest, or we can extend the right leg, taking this left leg into tabletop, left hand just at a right angle to your body, and I'm just pushing the outer side of that knee towards the floor just to get a nice spine twist there. Oh gosh, and a crack. Breathe in, expand the rib cage so that the spine can just separate a little bit more with that breath. On that exhale, secure the core and bring everything back up. Remember, if you've not got a great back, then you just keep both legs on the floor, both feet on the floor, which you'll know from class. Breathe in and exhale. You can take your eyes away from this knee. It's really important this arm stretches out at a right angle away from your body, just to give your spine a little bit of security there. And on this next exhale, secure everything. Bring everything back into tabletop. We're going to do 6 more of whichever option that you like of the last set. So we can literally do chin to chest, or we can have one foot on the floor, or both. So we're going to do 4 more on each side. So I'm coming down with the head as I tap, but I'm maintaining spine imprint. Remember, if you've got one foot on the floor, then you can just do neutral pelvis, which is where you've got your little grate there, nice and juicy. This one, with both legs in the air, that grape is well and truly squashed. Okay, just checking those knees are hovering those hips, and we don't open up the angle of that knee there. It stays nice and 90 degrees. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Exhale, lift. Breathe into lower. 1 more here on each side, and then we're bringing yourself into the cobra. So you want your tummy on the floor. Be nice and neutral with this one. Your pubic bones into the mat there, but you maintain a nice soft bum. Okay, wiggle in so that I'm nicely placed in view there. The arms here are in a W position, and we're going to have a little top of the back, the thoracic part of your spine, nice and lengthened. So what I'm aiming for are the tips of the wings of the scapula to go down towards the back pockets. You're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, drawing those scapula down, you draw your chin to chest as well. And it just lengthens the top part of the back there. Breathing in, come back to the centre, and then exhale, draw the scapula down, eyes towards the, neck, and then breathe in here, scapula release, and then exhale. Okay, we're taking the hands now down to the thighs. I want you to imagine you're drawing your crown away from your tailbone. your pubic bone's into the mat there, and your belly button is off the mat. And we're going to do 2 lifts of the right hand, left leg, and everything stays nice and lengthened. Oh dear, I did 1 each. So 1 on each side, and we'll repeat that again. So lengthening the toes away from the crown without bending the knee. Okay, we're going to do 4 of all the limbs up, or you can do 2 of each quadrant if that's what you wish to do today. Breathing in here, exhale down, breath in, exhale down. I think I've gone way over the amount because I was trying to think what's coming next. So just keep going. There, bring your hands just near your shoulders there. They can be underneath your shoulders or just a little bit to the side. We're going into the cobra, and again, good form. Pubic bone into the mat and belly button off the mat. We're breathing in, keeping the muscles around the lumbar spine, in fact all your spine, super soft, but I want your tummy muscles nicely engaged to lift yourself up here. And then exhale, bring it back down. Try and be soft in your palms, but engaged in those tummy muscles, and bring it back down. Okay, we'll do 1 more of those. Brilliant. And then we're coming back into this dart position. So we'll take right hand, left leg, lift and lengthen, breathing into lower. Sorry, breathing into lift, exhale to lower. We'll do 1 more on each side, and then we'll go for all 4. Lengthen away and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Belly button in, pubic bone down. Let's stay here. Let's have a nice breath here. And bring it down. We're coming up, so soft bottom, nice flexible spine. Without dipping your lower back too much, bring the weight into your knees and come into on all 4s. So we're going to just scoop the coccyx under and then away. Just keep the mobility in the pelvis for now. Let's just double check the wrists are underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips there. And then when you're ready, you can take the curl from the pelvis all up into the upper back. Avoid over extending the arms, but have them nice and straight. And then from your tailbone, flick it up. Really separate the ribs away from the hips there. Breathing in and exhale. And keep your eyes nice and close to the mat rather than bringing the neck up. That's it. And then let's get nice and neutral. So we're going for a nice little circular motion, which is nice exercise, mobilising the wrists and also your pelvis. So we kind of go in a circular motion, leaning in the weight equally on one side and the other, making the circle get larger and larger. And then centre the self, and then take it the other way round, the other direction. Coming into that balance equally on each side. Excellent. and then centre it up. So the last exercise, we're going to go into on all fours. So we're going to just check the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And remember, for this exercise, we're trying to keep the back straight. We're not hanging off the shoulders and we're not dipping in the lower back. So we're not rounding the back either. Remember your spirit level across the pelvis at the back and across your shoulders. We're going to breathe in and keep the right hand and left leg on the floor. If you know the exercise and you want to lift up the limbs and you can keep the back straight, that's great. Breathing in other quadrant. Exhale here. And then I'm going to take it into a slope. You might be super high, that's great. Breathing in here. I love to imagine a bungee cord, stretching the fingertips away from the toes. Breath in and exhale. Brilliant. Really imagine that you're pulling as well from the crown away from the coccyx, really getting the spine beautifully lengthened. Remember not to drop the shoulders or the hips. These hips are level with the floor. Breath in here. And the same on the other side. And we're going to come into it was nearly the last exercise. We're going to do a little plank, but it's a scapular squeeze plank. I'm going to show you in on all four position. So you keep your neutral pelvis, but you breathe in and round the upper shoulders. So like you're really stable in the upper back. And then on your exhale, you draw your scapula down. I'm not bending the back stays level, but the shoulder blades drive towards the back pockets there. Breathing in and exhale, drawing the scapula down. We're going to do a couple more of those. We're going to try in a big full plank. Breath in, really puffing out your lungs as you breathe into them. And exhale, draw the scapula down. Don't dip your lower back, keep nice and strong. Breath in and exhale. So we can keep here, or we can giant cat alert, sorry, mittens, just to finish with a nice stretch. We're taking the right palm facing the world, nestling into the waist on the other side, and we're just having a little look at the sky above. Unfold this arm, and then we're going to exhale and just drive this through. Really reach the fingertips away from the shoulder. Breath in, come up. And on your next, breathing, breath in. Take your left palm facing the world and just turn out the hip. Have a little look up there. Really breathe into this rib cage here. And then unfold this arm. And then when you're ready to exhale, thread the needle back through. And then we'll just do one more of those on each side again. Breathing in. Turn out that hip. Fold out that arm. And exhale. Pass it through. And the other side. Breath in. Unfold. And when you're ready to exhale, reach through. Really get that palm stretching away from your ribs. And then come back into neutral. Pop yourself down. And congratulate yourself for your little mini session. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. It's lovely to see you. And I'll see you in class.